So, hey, today I am trying the Glow Sparkling Hydration Spicy Watermelon Drink. I seen this on TikTok a while ago, but I found it at the Dollar Tree. Look at it. Okay, so let me read a little bit what's in here. Let me see. It's vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO, carbonated water. It's just too many ingredients. Okay, let me see what it says. Amino acids, electrolytes, vitamins and minerals to support immune function. Excuse me. Milk thistle and prickly pear antioxidants, detoxify and inactivate free radicals. Okay, natural flavors, natural sweeteners, no colors, from artificial sources. Okay, I love spicy drinks. But you know what? Well, I wonder what makes it spicy. And I've already said it before. I love the I love the Burger King spicy drink, and I love anything ginger. When I saw this, I knew I had to get it. Okay. So I'm going to crack it open and try it, give you my honest review. Okay, it's nice and cold, so let's pop it open. I always like to smell the drinky drink for the first time because it'll kind of give me a flavor. It smells citrusy, actually. It smells like one of those ice drinks, ice sparkling drinks that you can get. They're usually like $1 in the store. So let's go ahead and try it while it's still cold. I don't taste any spice. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna put this right here. Okay, let me say I would give that a 6 out of 10. Just being honest, it tastes a little artificial sweetened to me. I don't like artificial sweetened stuff. And most of the time when you have like 0 calories or no sugar, that's the flavor that it gives. No spice. The undertone is watermelon, but it gives more of like a cantaloupe citrus type of flavor. That's what that gives me. I like the bubbliness of it. I like how it's carbonated. I love carbonated drinks, so I'm giving it high numbers for it because it really gives that. But this does remind me of a ice sparkling drink. And okay, one more time. One more time. Maybe it's the pickly pear that I taste. There's nothing spicy about this. Nothing at all. Maybe the carbonation is the spicy part. Let me read. Is it ginger in this? There's a lot of ingredients in this. Let me show you. See that? That's a lot of ingredients. Maybe the milk thistle is supposed to be the spicy part. Okay, now that I've taken some more and I've let it settle, it does have like, maybe had like a little bit of ginger for my last meal, and it might still have that little tingly on my tongue, but it's so subtle that it really doesn't exist. Excuse me. It honestly feels like it's in my head. Oh my goodness, it's still a gusher out here. It didn't go out there. It's still right here. It's still right here on the deck. I would say try this. I don't know what other flavors they have in store, but I've seen the black one on TikTok, and then I've seen this one on TikTok. So I was like, I gotta try it and see how it is. It says it's only 15 calories, it's about 10 ounces. So it's a not bad of a drink, and that's all per one serving. This whole thing is one serving. So I would say this is a try. This is a try. You might find your new drink. However, it might be limited to get, because I think you have to get the whole case on TikTok, and they only had a few at my Dollar Tree. But I would give this a try. 6 out of 10. All right, y'all. Okay, so with all of my things that I have out in the garden, I've always wanted a snake plant. Like, I've wanted a snake plant since the beginning. And it was always difficult for me to find one, but they were like really tiny. And oh my goodness, like one time I found a snake plant on the ground and I took it, tried to propagate it, and I got the smallest little, I still have it to this day. And ever since I got that one little snake plant that I propagated, from a little cutting that I found, I've come across a snake plant, that snake plant at the snake plant. I was going to Dollar General, and on the side of the road, someone had cut down a huge amount of snake plants. So I went and did my shopping, and I came back through, and I was like, oh my goodness, they're still there, because it was trash day. But I just don't understand how certain things can go in the trash. So guess what I did? Picked them up. I have one, not just one. I have many, okay? Many pieces. And I know you just need a cutting. Okay. Raise your hand if you live in Florida. I feel like this is going to be the warmest summer since I was little, because this type of thickness of the heat is already began, and I would say this is still spring. So I'm using that to my advantage, and I've had these sitting outside in the sun, in the heat, to dry out. So when I go to put them in the pot, the bottoms won't rot. Some of them are cut straight, some of them have roots. Let me show you. Some of them have roots. Some of them are just straight up just leaves. And if you dry this out, it will grow. It already has a small amount of roots, look. You see those hairs? Those are roots. Okay, so I have all of these, and I know they like to grow clustered up because they make little pups to make it more tighter, and they thrive well in that kind of environment. Although you separate them, they grow more pups. They are slow growers, but they are beautiful growers. They are so pretty. They're also called mother-in-law's tongue. Okay, mother-in-law's tongue. I have actually one with the yellow banding around the side. That is cute, but I feel like every time I propagate them and I cut one from like this, just I cut it like this, I get a different variation. It never looks like the mama, but look how pretty this is. Doesn't this look like the underbelly of a snake? And I think it's called mother-in-law's tongue because of the pointiness, because of the sharpness of it, and then it stands up. You know. So I have some loomy soil. It's mostly sand, some dirt, and I think they would thrive really well. They like to be well drained but tight. Okay, so they like this kind of soil. They like moisture. They don't like to be too dry, but they can take dryness, so it makes them an easy plant. They thrive in sun, they thrive in low light. You can bring them in, you can have them outside. Like, it's just very versatile. But I have some loomy soil for them. We're just going to stick them in there. Let me grab one, for example. Okay, so see how this one is? It looks healthy, right? Look, I'm gonna show you. See how it's standing up on its own? It's doing good. This one doesn't have any like things that I would want to cut off of it, but when you see like your snake plants getting kind of like this one right here, even though I wouldn't say this one is bad, but you see that right there? You can chop this off right here, chop it off again, and then stick that in soil, and then you'll grow a whole new one. Okay, so let's take this one, and this is all I'm gonna do. See it? Shove it in there, just like that. Let me show you. I'm going to put quite a few in there. I have 2 pots here. So this one is the one I was talking bad about a second ago, but I'm going to put it in here, and it will do its thing. Take this one is a very pretty one, but if you see there's no roots on it, but it would take, because I've let it dry it out and callus right here. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to show you in a second. Look at this one. Stick that one in the middle. The reason why I use this type of soil is it's very easy to stick it in there, you know? Okay, so that's the first pot. So I'll just stick that back in there. It's too tall for the roof. This is how it looks when you buy them. Hold on, let me stick those back in. This one's being difficult. Okay, I'm gonna set this one to the side because he's being real fancy. All right, we have our second pot. And these are the ones with the roots on them. So I'm gonna have to get them. But if you can see, that's how they grow. See how all of that will just start to grow, all of this, just like that. Look at this one. That had a pup right there. And I didn't take them all off of the side of the road. Look how big that is. I didn't take them all off of the side of the road. It was too many. But I grabbed what I could save from going to the landfill because I don't know what they do with this stuff, but I just feel like it just goes and gets dumped on with all of the trash, and then it's just life that is destroyed instead of it actually being composted if you're going to do that. But I really feel like it should be some kind of plant swap done for your city, so that if you're getting rid of plants, you're digging them up, whether it's bushes, trees, anything like that, that you can put it on some kind of database, and then you can have people come and get it. And even with compost, like if you just collected a lot of your kitchen scraps, a lot of your stuff that you composted, someone else could really use it versus it being like me finding on the side of the road and throwing them in the car. I probably look like a crazy lady, but that's okay. These are going to be a little bit more challenging because I have to dig to make room for the roots. I have the perfect spot for them. Look at this one. This one right here, oh, it's two. These two, I'm gonna stick on the sides. This one right here can go in here. I think I'm gonna keep them in here with me. I think this would be a perfect spot because during the day, inside here, now see this right here? What I'm gonna do is, let me see if I can break this. Look, I'm not getting rid of this. This is going in my compost bin that I do not mess with to see if it will actually grow anything from this. I think it might. I don't know. But it was too big to stick in this pot right here. Now, I should let this dry out, but I'm not going to. This is an experiment, this portion right here, to see. This one is a little weird. It looked like something might have been chewing or clawing at it. See that? Okay. Let's stick him in the dirt. I literally have to get rid of some of this dirt before they put them in there. Okay. All right. So they're all in the pots. Yeah, this one. Look at that. Not so neat, but it will work. I'm going to put her right here. Ooh, it's so tall. I know you can't see her, but she's right there. That's going to be her home. Oh my gosh. I love it already. Oh my gosh. I'm going to turn the camera around and let you see it in just a second. And then, oh, I forgot about her. This going in the compost bin, and I'm going to stick her in this one. I just bought a snake plant for $6 from the Winn-Dixie, and I split her up because she was in the wrong type of soil. They had watered her so much, but her pot was sitting in a basin, and then the pot was sitting in that water, and they were basically drowning. So every morning, I guess they would water the plants. They would just water on top of the water and never allowed it to drain. So I took them out of that soil. It's regular soil, like with what's those absorbent things? Is it perlite? I believe that's what it's called. It was in that type of soil. So I took it out of that type of soil, and since I was already in there, I broke it apart, and then now I have like 5 of them in front, and they're so adorable, and I can't wait because I think these are going to thrive. Like this sand is wet because it maybe like 4 days ago rained, so this sand is still kind of wet. It's not dry. Maybe the dirt part of it is wet, so the sand is dry. The dirt part is wet, so I'm pretty excited. All right, I gotta put this last piece that's been kind of stubborn in here. If you're looking for something that has a lot of character, gives a lot of depth, but not much to maintain, you have to maintain them because they're living things and they need all of the right type of energy. But for you to not have to really worry about them, but maybe want some snake plants. Okay, I'm gonna take her and I'm gonna put her over here. See her? Isn't she cute? Look at her. And then let me show you the other one. Perfect placement. What do you say? Super cute. Oh my gosh, me backtracking and getting them was worth it. All right, that's it. We finna go get out this heat, and y'all go get y'all something nice and frosty today, okay? It's well due. Bye. Let's talk about the top 5 things you should have growing in your garden. These things are going to grow often, they're going to grow big, they're going to grow strong, and then they're going to transfer into the next season. It's very difficult to kind of determine, oh, should I do it? According to me, that's what I would say. According to me. So one of my 5 of my favorites. These things are tried and true for me. They're my babies. Okay, so these are 5 things that you want to have in your garden. No. One, I'm going to start off with African blue basil. It brings the bees in. It grows well. It's easy to propagate. And I bought it as a small little plant at a garden fest. And it has blossomed and grown. I put it in different spots in the garden. But it's really what brings the bees to the garden. To passion fruit vine is beautiful. It's fast growing. You can always cut it back if you like to. It gives you fruit and it doesn't die back. Okay, so you will always have this vine from season to season as long as you take care of it and you do well by it. 3, pineapples. They're easy. You can go to the store, you eat them, you enjoy them. Take the tops of the I want to say crowns, but I don't think they're crowns. You take the tops of them off and then you just plant them. Put them in a pot, put them in a certain area, and you're good to go. It's always like there for you, and they basically don't die back. You will always have your pineapple plants, and then in the future you can look forward to the reward of them giving you fruit. Okay, let's say 3, collard greens. You want collard greens growing in your garden. I believe they grow well in warm areas and cold areas. I think it just depends on the collard greens that you have. They also will give you little baby collard greens at the stem of them. You want to break off the leaves at the bottom. You don't want to just chop it off at the top. You can, but when you chop it off at the top, then it pretty much stretches out the plant and then it dies back. Or you can allow it to grow and take the bottom portions off of it, and then at the end of the day it will give you more little collard green plants that you can take and put other places in the garden. Number 5 is onions. You want to take your onion tops from your scallions, green onions. You want to take and just throw your big onions that start to grow greens off of them in the garden, and they will give you flowering, and then they will give you seeds. And you can scatter those seeds all over. Onions are very good at protecting your garden from many different pests. Even if you just leave the onion to just go to seed and then it scatters the seeds all on its own, it's okay. They're very easy to just pull up, and you always will have green spring onions in your garden. So we're going to go to the garden. We're going to go take a look and see what we have out there, and I'm going to show you how. And all of these things have been in the garden for a while, so these are not newly planted, but I'm going to allow you to see what it means to have these things in your garden, especially for my zone and how they thrive. All right, so let's go. This whole plant right here is the African blue basil. It is flowering, and it's always flowering no matter what the season is. You can see that it is pretty much taking over this whole bed. It smells beautiful, very fragrant, and the bees love it. I was trying to catch some bees on it, but the bees absolutely love it. It started all the way back there. This right here, it does leave these woody things. You can cut them back, and basically you can take any portion, just like this, any portion, break this off, stick it in soil, and you will have started a whole new one of these. Next is collard greens. Here is a bunch of collard greens right here, and if I can come around here, you can see right here, coming from the stalk right here is a whole another collard green. I will take this off just like this, see that, and I can plant this, and they will give you this as long as you do not cut them from the root, and you allow them to grow this nice stalk. Some people call this collard green trees. Next on the list, I have, if I can get to it, a large flowering green onion right here. It's so heavy. You see it? You see the flowers, those hold the seeds. This one that's kind of drooped over here because it's just gotten so heavy. And this is, look at that. You can see the seeds. Look, let's see. Just like that. And then you have onion seeds, spring onion. I'm just gonna toss them. And if you can see, this started off as a green onion I got from Aldi. I cut off the root part and I just stuck it in the ground right here. And if you can see, it has grown and now it's going to flower, and now I'm reaping the reward of it. Just like that. The little black seeds, I didn't catch any that time. The little black seeds that come out of here. The other one too, way back there. It's very hot out here, so everything needs some water. But here is my pineapple patch. I've showed this in another video, and we just recently put this one in a pot. It's doing good. They are in full sun, so they will turn this bright yellow, but they will not go anywhere. And they don't take much water, and they really thrive out in the heat. And finally on the list is passion fruit. This passion fruit is right here. It's a very small stalk, if you can see it, but it has branched out many different ways and it sits on the deck. But I'm going to back up so you can see. It starts right here and it travels all the way around. It goes up here and then comes all the way around here. Okay, it comes all the way around. But I want to show you, it's going to give you a lot of fruit. If I come back around here, you can see the fruit is beginning to ripen, and I just feed it eggs, cracked eggs. Any eggs that are cracked that we cannot use. Well, this one is really starting to ripen. They're everywhere, I'm telling you. It's more than 100 on here. You can see they grow in little clusters, groups, just like that. And this really does not die back. You will continuously, this has flowered twice now. This is the second flowering, second group of fruit. And these are my top picks. Okay, so that's a little tour of the 5 things in my garden. And they thrive so well, and they're such a staple to having the greenery, bringing in the bugs and bringing in the butterflies, bringing in the bees to help pollinate. And they also give back. The onions, they help with pests, and they also deliver seeds. As you can see, all of the fruit that are on the vine, as well as the collard greens, we go out there and we pick them, and then that's a meal. Well, a side dish to a meal. And I'm looking forward to having pineapples soon. Okay, that's it, y'all. Y'all, I'm trying to snacky snack today. Look what I found. 2 things in the Dollar Tree I want to try. Have y'all ever seen these before? First thing, let me show you what I want to open up first. Is Chicken of the Sea Wild Caught Light Tuna Old Bay Seasoning. And then Icelandic carbonated blood orange. I love natural spring water. I love me a good carbonated drink. I love me some tuna. Remember the last time I showed you on my snack, I had honey barbecue tuna in the packet, and then I had some Cheetos. This time I'm gonna try the Old Bay. 80 calories in 1 packet. Sodium is 380 milligrams. 14 grams of protein. Okay, let's try it. Ooh. Okay, let's take a first look. It's kind of orange, y'all. See that? All right, let's see if it has it smells like tuna and tomato paste together. Let's try it. Let's see if it has enough Old Bay seasoning in it. Wait, hold on. I want to know. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I don't know about Old Bay, but this tastes like lemon pepper with a little bit of paprika in it. I just made some crab rice where I put a whole bunch of Old Bay in it. And it's a little spicy though. It's mildly spicy. So this does give it a little kick to it. First ingredients is tuna, of course, but then you have onion, sugar, mustard, herbs and spices, yellow mustard, lemon juice, onion, garlic powder. Okay. I'm tasting all of those things, but it's good. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. I need more Old Bay, like more of the dry rub type of flavor, what I'm looking for. But it's really good. I love to eat these out of the package, especially for late night snack or, well, yeah, late night snack. Or if I'm like out and about, this is like a really good lunch. I'm gonna set this aside and let's try our drinky drink. Okay, let me look at this. Oh, 0 calories. That means it's sugar free. Let me see. I'm looking for ingredients. Okay, for ingredients we have natural spring water, carbon dioxide, and natural flavors. Okay, everything is 0 on this one. So let me show you. Everything is 0. Let's crack it open together. Oh. Smells very orange. It smells very sweetener. Okay, let's try it. Wow, this is really good. This is really good. No sweeteners. This is just sparkling spring water with the aroma taste of orange. This is really good. I will get this again. 10 out of 10. If you like flavored spring water, this is it. These two together will make a good snack. Actually, this with some Cheeto Puffs and the barbecue tuna. Excuse me. Good. This is good. Okay, so I'm adding this one to my list. This one is a possible if they don't have barbecue and if they don't have lemon pepper. Because the lemon pepper chicken of the sea, I'll give that 1 tick above this one. But they're both good. You gotta try this. I got this at the Dollar Tree, and this came from Dollar Tree too. So this is a good Dollar Tree snack. All right, y'all, I'm out. Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what I found? Guess what I found? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Remember a couple of videos back? Go a couple of videos back. I was trying to make it. I found it. Let's see what it says. It's lemon, lime, and tea flavored soda with artificial natural flavors, no caffeine. Let me show you one more time. So special. I found it at Winn-Dixie. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, you got to try it with me, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. I love me some soda. I already done had me a soda today. I had me an orange Fanta. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to let you know. I hate to say it, I hate to say this, but I only drink soda. I don't really drink any water. I drink some Powerade, I drink some juice. I love me some cranberry juice. I love me some cranberry apple. I love me some cranberry grape. But most of all, I love anything with fizz. And I found this, and I almost didn't make it home because I wanted to try it, but I am in the house, so I gotta try it with you. Okay, you ready? First off, the color. Look how brown it is. Okay, I couldn't even get mine this brown, but you know, I was having tea bag issues. So what you gonna do with tea bag issues? Let me see. 95 milligrams sodium, 61 gram sugar. Let's see. Okay, let me open it close up, cause you can have some first. Okay. What you think? What you think? What you think? Okay, let me see. Smells a little bit of like lemon tea, honestly. Okay, okay. Here we go. This is so good. This is actually, excuse me, this is what I was going for. Do not pass on this. If they put this in a 6-pack, if they put this in 12 cans, I'm buying it, I'm getting it. Okay, for the, let's say it's not sweet. Let's just say that. But it's perfect, it's balanced. It's like the perfect balance of tea and Sprite, because the Sprite isn't overwhelming. The tea doesn't take over. It tastes light hint of lemon, light hint of lime. You can taste the tea. It reminds me of a Nest tea in a Sprite. Listen, I'm about to go inside. I'm about to have me some lasagna because I made lasagna today. My lasagna has ground turkey, chicken sausage with kale and cheese in it, and I use savory mushroom sauce and meat sauce and garden sauce in there, and ricotta cheese, of course. It is done. I made some blueberry muffins. It is done, and this right here is the cherry on top. And you know what I like? Because it's not overpowering, it's not too much, and it still has the strength of a Sprite. Y'all know when you put a Sprite in the refrigerator and freezer and it hit you back up, it still got it. Listen, this is a 10 out of 10. Let me do this right quick. Hold on. Nope, too close. You can't see it. There you go. That right there is a 10 out of 10. Hold on. I should have got 2 of them things. Okay, I should have got 2. Matter of fact, imagine this being frosty. I know my sister will like this because she like tea, okay? And then she like bubbly. Right there. Cool soda pop on a hot day. All right, y'all, that's it for this. That's it. Before I head out of the garden, I want to say sometimes we got to stop and breathe. It's so much going on in life. So many things will hit you at once, and it's so easy to just stop and just really, really give up. And when I say give up, I don't mean like just whatever, but just call in the towel for the things that have just been battling and fighting you so hard that you've been trying to do or trying to achieve. But at some point we have to just enjoy the things that are around us, enjoy the people that we love, just be thankful for all of the things that we have, and then things will just begin to line up and you won't see it coming. So I will say that it had just came across me as I was finishing up in the garden, getting everything done, about to go back in the house and get cooled off, that I just can't believe how things can be one way 1 minute and change in a matter of seconds when you didn't see it possible, when you didn't see it being able to happen. And I'm not just saying this, and I'm not just putting this on video, but I'm saying it as a testament to myself. This past year or so, I've been doing so much grieving, and the changes in different parts that have been coming along in my life, and I just could not see the light. I could not see the trees for the forest. I could not see how things were just going to be going the way that they have been, or the way that they should. But it's just so funny, it's so weird, it's so divine how things just happen when they're supposed to and line up when they should. And it's just worrying, and then just having a different set a mind frame that you know that things are going to happen instead of worrying. It will just make a total change. And I don't know why I came back into the playhouse to make this video, but something just told me to. Maybe, like I said, more so fun. Look at, you heard that? That's confirmation. That's confirmation right there. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds weird, but he's right there. He's right there. Yep. Everything I said, every single thing I said, and there's so much more that I don't even have the words for. But I want to say I thank you. I thank you for watching this video. I thank you for being here, and you are making my day magical as well. And I hope that you have a wonderful day as also. And just don't give up. Don't give up. It's actually easier to give up. It is. But you know what? The reward will come in the end when you stay strong. Alright, that's it, y'all. Let me get to it. Stop not feeding the animals and bugs in your garden. I said it. Stop blocking the animals, the birds, the squirrels, anything that comes along your garden, your backyard, your front yard, wherever it is. Stop blocking them from eating stuff out of the garden. Just stop. Stop doing pest control. We need pests. It's okay. Let them have their share. Like, if you're going to plant strawberries, plan to lose a quarter of them. I just went around the garden, found this passion fruit that fell. It's going to ripen soon. And some tomatoes. More babies. It's okay if the animals eat it. It's okay if a bug gets into it. It's alright. We're gonna lose crop and stock to what is due to nature. It's just very difficult for me to watch those who will literally put the springs on something in my eye. Who will put the springs on the bird feeders so the squirrels won't eat. We need to have the squirrels around, and they need to eat too. We cut down all of their habitat, we cut down all of their environment, we spread pesticides everywhere. Not I. But we as a people, pesticides in our yards, our lawns with beautiful green grass, cutting down trees and branches, so now their highways are gone. They don't have the transportation, because that's their transportation, trees and the branches, to get to the next location, to make it back home quickly, okay, and safely. We don't want them going across roads, and we do all of that, and then we don't want them to eat from the bird feeder. Like, what's the difference between feeding birds and feeding squirrels? No difference. And then if you want to say what's the difference between feeding squirrels and feeding armadillos, nothing. We had triplets. Nope. We had twin armadillos. They were babies. Then all of a sudden, it's three back here. I don't know where they came from, but they're rooting around for bugs earthworms, and sometimes it'll take a little bit off of a crop, and that's okay. I've lost almost 6 peaches this year to a little bug that just barrels into the peaches. It's okay. It is what makes your garden healthy, is to have the animals come through, to have the bugs stay, and the bugs that belong will be there, and then the bugs that don't will be taken care of by the other things. Just like the turtles will eat the lizards. When it gets to be too many, then the population will be controlled right. But if we're trying to do nature's damage, right, nature control, damage control as far as in our garden, then we're going to have an unhealthy balance of what we don't want in our garden. So we want to have a very good balance, and the balance can't be just us just planting stuff and us reaping all of the reward, but then we pour nothing back out into nature. Nature gets nothing, but we're taking up nature's space in order to plant those things. So listen, it's okay. A fruit fall, let it fall. You know, if you have enough, or if a tomato is on the vine and you see something burrowed into the tomato, leave that tomato on that vine. Allow that, whatever that insect is, to feed off of that tomato, and then they won't go into another one. Because what happens is once you take that tomato off, guarantee they're going to go, and then now here we have a whole infestation on your tomato plants. Allow them to feast. I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like ever since I realized I have to work with the land, I have to work with the animals, I have to work with the bugs. I don't want to call them pests because I don't think they're pests. They might view me as a pest. So I just want to allow a great environment, not just for me, but for them, because I feel like it is very beneficial to have the animals and the pests in your garden. Trust me, once you relinquish that, you come out there, you see something gone. You've been waiting on it all that time. If your plants will reproduce even faster fruits, because they are thinking, I'm not only feeding you, but I'm feeding the animals as well. So then your crop is going to double. If not this season, it may double next season, because of the seeds that you collect or the crowns that you have harvested. They become stronger and ready to double and triple their harvest for next season. All right, mark what I said. Try it out. Stop blocking the squirrels. I mean it. Stop it. If you're going to block the squirrels, block the birds. And you're not going to block the birds, okay? And if you block the birds, then you got to block the bees. Don't block the bees. Trust me, pick one season and try it. And then when you do, come back and let me know your results. You will be happy and you will be thriving. Yes. This is going to be a short one. I want to go live. I want to go live. I'm so nervous to go live. Not like I've never been live before, but when I say I'm nervous, just a few months ago, I turned on I hit live, and I waited maybe about 30 seconds, and I exited out of the live. Will y'all watch my lives? Will y'all come into my lives? Like, I don't even know what to talk about. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say besides just be myself. And will y'all watch? Will y'all stay? Will y'all comment? What should be the subject? What should be the topic? Okay, I need to set a goal, and I'm gonna meet that goal. But let me know. Will you come? Will you be in there? Will you? I don't want to be in there by myself, and that's why I'm nervous, and that's why I turned it off. Okay, this is a short one. This video is on what I use to fertilize the garden and what I do to substitute it if I don't have it. I'm gonna get right into, first off, I want to welcome you to the Treehouse, and I want to welcome all of the new subs, all of the new followers. I'm just go ahead and start. First off, for my citrus. Every time I'm trying to start a video, but that's okay because we're gonna push all the way through. I use the Expert Gardener Citrus Food 646. This is is what I use. Okay, it says feeds up to 3 months for your citrus trees. I use this on a lot of things. I use it on a lot of things. Anything that gives me a little bit of tartness, I use it on there. And when I don't have any of this, I will take oranges from out the house that are about to go bad, or any lemons or limes, like the rind, and I'll just leave them at the base, or I'll chop it up and I throw a piece for it to just kind of disintegrate on the soil around the root layer, around the roots, not up onto the tree stalk or stem, but around the tree. This is really good, y'all. I use this on my regular plants. Anything else, this is what I use on it. This is the Old Farmer's Almanac Tomato and Vegetable Plant Food Natural and Organic Fertilizer 848. When I say I use this on everything, I also put it on the citrus every so often. This works very good for your tomatoes. This works very good for all of your greens, like all of your veggies, which there really aren't any veggies, are mostly fruit, but on your leafy veggies, that would be your kale, your collard greens, your spinaches, this right here. When I don't have this, I'll use some Epsom salts to put on the plants, and most of the time if I don't have this, I will go and make some banana water, where you put the banana peel, you let it sit in the water, and it just gets all round and beautiful, and that's what I use. Next up, I use this bone meal right here. Okay, whenever I pick up bone meal, I always think about Minecraft. This is great for your plants. Let me show you up close. Even the flowers love this. When I don't have bone meal, what do I do? I forgot. No, when I don't have bone meal, I don't have bone meal. Nothing kind of replaces bone meal. I mean, you can't, oh, I know, because I just ran out. Fish fertilizer. Actually, people don't like the way fish fertilizer smells. They say this thing, but I actually like the smell of fish fertilizer, and I use that instead of bone meal. And I don't even dilute the fish fertilizer. I'll just pour it like this, go get the water hose, and just spray it down. Next. Okay, this is the same brand. Okay, honestly, I got these from Walmart. This came from, right, this came from Tractor Supply. But I've had these for a while, so they're probably still in the store. There's no type of like running out. Okay, this is blood meal. This stuff is so good. This right here, this is your nitrogen. You need this, like, I might have a quarter of a bag left. When I don't have this, I'm going to my compost and collecting compost water. Put a little bit of compost in, whatever, it don't matter. Fill it up with water. Take that, stir it up like you're making mud pies, and pour that on wherever you're gonna pour it. And that will substitute for this right here. Or go dig you a hole where it's dark, moist, black. I know people don't like the word moist, but dark, wet soil. Dig and keep digging. And then if you find one worm, that's enough. Take some of that dirt and go redistribute it onto your plants. Perfect. Okay, these are my 4 essentials outside of my compost, because I'm always taking from my compost and just anything that looks like it needs a little boost. Now, do I do this in some kind of rhythm or no? It's just when I be like, oh, let me go feed y'all. Yep, that's what I do. Let me see what else. I also will just, when I cook eggs, I take the shells and I will just put them somewhere out in the garden. Just go like this and just, it don't matter where. I will just do that. I know all of the grinding and all of that, or putting it in compost. I won't do that. Or if I have a banana peel, I'll just toss it out there. It will eventually do its work. It'll do its job. What else? Rice water. When you rinse your rice, do not throw that out. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Keep it. Take that rice water, take it out there to the garden. Fertilizer. There you go. Perfect. Plants love it. I'm trying to think of what else so I'm not losing anything else. Tea bags. Whenever you make tea, whenever you do coffee, even the K-cups or whatever residue left over, take that out, sprinkle it wherever. Sprinkle, you can even sprinkle your tea bags if you want to. I just throw the whole teapot bag into the compost, or I'll take sometimes the cake, cups, coffee, and then I'll take that and sprinkle it around. And I know, it's not gonna hurt anything. You can put it in the compost. Sometimes I even put the filter in the compost if it looks like it's recyclable. I actually throw a lot of things in my compost. I will sweep in the house, okay, even my little crumbs. I'll take it and I'll go find a tree and I'll dump it at the base of the tree, because all of that just turns into nitrogen at the end of the day. I think I hit all the bases. Whatever I forgot, I might put it in the comments. But what do y'all use? What do you use? And even if not, if you heard of any, let me see, what do you all use for fertilizing? Because my next number one thing would be rainwater. I can't stress enough. Rainwater. I have rain barrels. I've done videos on rain barrels. You don't even need rain barrels. You can just put out little buckets or whatever, anything that collect. Take it and fertilize your plants, especially the ones that are indoors. Please, they need to drink it. Listen, the weather is about to come down now, and it's a perfect time for the rain barrels to be. Okay, y'all get it. That's it. Guess what? I have my McDonald's kids meal. Alright, guess what this is? This is my Happy Meal box collection. The other day, maybe the other week, depending on when this video posts. It just depends. And it's about to storm outside. Can you all hear that? I showed myself eating a Happy Meal. Here's my collection. Okay, these are in no particular order. They're in semi-sort of order, but no particular order. This is not including the hard plastic kids meal boxes that come like in Halloween and that type of thing. These are just paper ones. I have quite a few here, just a few. I am going to do my show and tell. Stick around if you want to see them. I talked about the design and how they should have signatures on them for whoever designed them, because I started collecting them a while back and they're the cutest things ever. I've missed a couple. I would just go and they'd be like, oh, I don't have any more of the boxes, or they'll give me repeat boxes and I'll be just so disappointed. So we're going to start off with the top of my pile and I'm going to try and get through them. Let's see, the first one, this is a good one. 100th anniversary celebration. This one is Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. This is when you got the little, what do you call those things, and you would put it on your tablet to scan it and it would do something. Look at that, isn't it cute? Here's the back. That's one. Next one we have is the Mario Kart one. I really love this one because it's a full panel one. This one is a full panel one too, but it's kind of like an ad. So I would say this half of a panel, and then you have this side, which is an ad to, I'm going to say this is an ad to me. So basically this is the design. But this one right here, a full panel with Mario and them on the racetrack, and then on the other side you have like a little game. This is a Nintendo one. Isn't it cute? Next up we have Karma's World. This is what I would call another half panel, and then on the back it has like a how to play game. The Elemental movie. This one, if you can see, it's the Elemental movie. It's very similar to the first one that I showed, which is this. They came out with the place your toy on your phone or tablet. So yeah. And then on the back, this is how it looks. It's pretty much another form of like an ad to go to an app. But I thought this one was really cute, the way that it has like a darker background with the characters on it. Alright, this one is the Marvels. We have Miss Marvel, you have Photon, you have Captain Marvel, and then again, we have the toy token that you put on the app. Can you see that? And this is the other side. I do want you all to tell me which one is your favorite, because I do have a favorite. I actually have some favorites. Next up, Story time starts here. This is one of my favorites right here. Happy Meal readers. And Pete the Cat. And then you have the Ronald McDonald House on the back. Together in love and support. Next up, Ron Gone Wrong. All right, so this was another one where you get the toy, put it on the tablet. This is very popular for McDonald's Happy Meals. Here's the back. I do like this one. I do like how this is all just really separate because a lot of times they will blur them together. But I like how this panel is all by itself, and then you'll have just like the, but you know one thing? Okay, I'll wait to the end to say that. Okay. All right, we have Wakanda Forever on this one. I love this. This one has a whole full panel on how to use the toy with the app. But on the opposite side, I love how their faces are on here. I like that. And I like when you hold the box for this one. That's my favorite part. You see that? Like, that's so nice. Okay, this is another Ronald McDonald House. Let's see. Okay, this is a hide and seek one, but no instructions for an app here. None. Do you see that? How cute that is? Let's see if you can find. This is nice. Whoever designed this. And I like how they didn't have to like put any download or any kind of thing on there. I think this is a great touch. All right. This is a good one. The Little Mermaid. Yes. And then on the back, we have the app. Under the Sea Fun. The Masked Singer. All right. And then here's another one. This one's going to that differently because I think, well, not I think, but you got a tag toy. It was kind of like a plush. Those are the toys. Sneak peek. Let me see. Happy Meal readers. All right. This is another download the app on the side, but I do like the other side right here with the milk splashing. I do like that side. Stitch. This one is cute too. I like this one. No app, no QR code, no instructions, just apples and milk. And then on the back it spoils what toys are inside, but still lets you know like a guide on what to collect. Okay, Cars on the Road. I like this one. I like how they have made her, oh gosh, and Lightning McQueen. I almost forgot. And here's the back is not really anything because it's a how-to. Okay, this is a repeat, but I'm going to go ahead and say instead of waiting to the end, I wish that in the future McDonald's will put these inside of the toys so that this whole panel can be some form of art. And this right here, I like how they will have like these tags right here on them. I think that's really cute. See, they did it with Stitch too. Okay, this is a repeat. I already did that one. All right, the most magical place on earth. This is a Disney one about Disney World, Mickey and Friends. There's hidden Mickeys on this. This one is a good one. This one is a really good one. I love the blue and how it's just kind of like, hold on. All right, I'm gonna fold this one up. See it? Isn't that cute? I love that. Just one panel that's not designed. This one is Guardians of the Galaxy. And then on the other side, there's only 4 toys? No, there's 8. It's 4 on each side. Okay, repeat. I have 2 Little Mermaids. This one is actually more perfect than the first one. It's very nice. I like this view right here. Stunning. All right, so we have another RMHC. Is that one? This one is a scavenger hunt one. And no app ad on it. I'm noticing a thing. Okay. Repeat. Sonic 2, actually. Okay. This one is nice. This is a nice one. Look at that. Has the apples. I like this one. I like this one. The Super Mario Brothers movie. Look at that. This is a full set of artwork. Full set. Oh my gosh. When they hand these to me for the first time, oh, I'm so amazed. It's this one. Teen Titans Go. On the back it has connected dots. I love the black and white. Yeah, this is a nice one. Oh, I try to collect so many of these. You see that? It's a little pixelated, but it's very nice. You only get 1 panel because the other 2 are showing what to collect. And then you have the face. Crash Team Rumble. This one is nice because the whole box is a barn. Look at that. I don't know if it shows well on camera, but this one is special because you don't have the red and just the yellow. You actually have theme. Adopt Me. This is more recent. We're getting to the more recent ones. Very simple. Okay, Adopt Me, very simple. The toys are very simple too. I don't play Adopt Me, but I always wondered about that. But when you open the box up, then it's really cute. This simple little hair right here, multiverse. Yes. This came with puzzle pieces, I think. Just Dance. I will say, they produce more Just Dance toys that when they run out of regular toys, you get a Just Dance one. What's up with that though? What is up with that? You will get the new box, but still get Just Dance. Am I the only one who still gets Just Dance toys? Captain America, Brave New World. This one? Oh, it's so good. Look at it. This right here, whoever designed it, yes. Now, if you have a kid that likes just the regular box, this is the closest you're gonna get. Well, kinda. This one has a little bit of water damage, but I have another one. This one has 2 panels with the face. So to me, this is just pure McDonald's. No advertising like a brand. Boxes to get wet. This was one of my favorite campaigns, Crocs. Let me show you this side first. Who went and got the Crocs? Isn't that cute? This is adorable. All right, we have a McDonald's All-American. I was trying to think of what toy came with this. I cannot remember, but it's a good one. Cause look, yeah, this is nice. I'm on my last one. Minus the ones that are still inside. This is the most recently from my last video. And it's the Squishmallow. I like how they minimized the app to just this QR code and just this little section, and then you have the Squishmallows coming out of the top. And then, well, it's all of them actually. But then when you close it up, so adorable. You know which one was your favorite? Oh, I didn't say which one my favorite was. Hold on. Man, if I only had to pick one. All right, let's see which one. What is it? Okay, this one I believe is my favorite. Just because 3 full panels. Look at that star. Doesn't it really look like it's glowing? Okay. And if I had to choose another, I thought this was really cute because it actually looks like it has holes. This is going off of pure design, not like my favorite characters, movies, or series. I like the Sonic 2 one. All right, that's it. This is Hearing Storm, and I'm getting bit up. Bye. So you need worms for your garden, right? Especially your compost bin. Well, we're gonna go dig for some. Another perfect spot. I'm gonna take you over in the garden where I toss all of my potatoes, all of my sweet potatoes, hoping that they'll sprout so I can bury them. Some potatoes that you get are sprayed with inhibitors that are in the store. So I'll throw them out there in the garden to see if they're any good before I plant them, and then they're just a total waste. So let's go over to the garden. Let's see our spot and see how many worms we collect. Generally in this spot, it's the best spot, and I collect them once my compost needs a little bit of extra help, and the worms are my best bet. No sense in buying them. If you have a garden, you have worms. Let's go. What you want to do is get you a spade, something to dig with. Plastic knife will do too, but this is what we're going to take. The area I'm speaking of is right around here. Look, you see this spot right here? Armadillos been digging, so that's a good sign that you have some kind of worms or bugs. Right here too, see that? Very good sign. This is our spot right here. See what I did? Got some potatoes growing already under these leaves. If we find a potato, then we're doing good. If we find some worms, we're even better. Let me go get my knee pad. Where's my knee pad? Found my knee pad. Tripod broke, so we're going to do this one-handed. Spider web right above our heads. Let's kind of relocate this guy. Don't want a spider in our hair. All right. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so we're going to get to digging. You see this soil? This is where your worms are located. Look at that. Put leaves over some dirt. You'll get some worms. Cardboard works, but leaves are even better. So we're going to get to digging. I hear the weather already. Let's see here. You got to be careful with your spade because you'll get that baby piece of potato right there. So we have plenty of potatoes. If you do this method, you'll have potatoes forever. I promise you will. I promise. This video might take a turn if I start digging for potatoes. Look at that potato. See that? But we're looking for worms. this. You sitting in here, see how they grow? You don't even have to do anything. Gardening is so easy. Under my deck, there's a family of armadillos that live under there. Can you see them? I know you. There they are. Look, I had just spoken with them. Look at them. It's Kitty. Oh, you hit your head. You okay? It's 3 of them, and that's their home. They're not scared of me. I'm not scared of them either. I was just speaking of them. They're coming back because of the weather. Scared to go rogue. Perfect time. Perfect timing. I just saw exactly where he went. Very interesting. Back to what we started doing. You may have to get to digging with your hands. I know it's some sticks that you can buy. You rub them together and the worms will come up. Kind of like agitates them. This back like this because it keeps scratching me in the face. Okay, let's get in here. Here come the other armadillos. I can hear them. I will say that just by doing this kind of digging, you can take this dirt, and those are my compost bins. You can throw it in there, and worms will come from that. I don't know how it works, but it's true. Then you'll have worms in your compost, even if you don't see any when you grab them. This is how deep you want to dig. You want to get down into this layer. They're usually up higher when it rains, and you just have to look for the movement. I'm gonna keep going. Some potatoes, guys. Look at that. If you want to see this method like fully, just let me know, and I will definitely share. Even the baby ones are so good. And you don't want to pull up the whole plant. I know you see people like dump out their cloth or whatever kind of grow bag or bucket, and then their potato plant is done. You just want to get what you want and leave the plant growing. Still no worms, but I'm telling you, this is how you do it. This is exactly how you do it. I'm looking for movement. And while I'm here, might as well try and salvage a couple more potatoes while they're still young. This is definitely done with. Like when you see it like this, that's done. Looking for worms has turned into something totally different. Instead of buying a worm bin, just make a home where they will thrive in your garden. Like that. And you have to let these sit and cure. You can't just go and take this dirt off it. You gotta let it sit. Not in the sun though. Seed potato right there. There's a baby. And this goes into your compost. I'm just gonna root around in here. I don't know, but whenever I like search for potatoes, you can feel them in the soil because they're warm. It's like you're heading towards the warmth. It's weird. In here. And you want to take leaves, you want to take whatever it is, you want to pile back up onto your potatoes. I think that's the seeds. I'm gonna dig over here. There's some worms. It'd be crazy if I don't find any today because I always find them doing this. Our seed potatoes, you want to take those. They're no longer any good and compost them. Let's see here. What can I tell? I should have come out here on a drier day. Perhaps. They're probably gone down. I thought I had tossed one out. You want to do that with your onions too. Throw your onions out here because they'll grow green tops. Okay, I'm gonna pause and come back. Sheesh. I dug and dug. The storm is coming. I didn't absolutely find any worms. I have potatoes though. I will come back in a part 2 when it's not so wet outside and show you the worm journey. Alright y'all, bye. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, it has some sea grape. Let's take a little bit of it to propagate. Hold on. I ended up grabbing this much. So we're gonna go back in the garden and see what we can do with what we have. I only took a little bit. You gotta leave some for others because I'm pretty sure other gardeners might pass by and want a piece. Since we went on a field trip today and found some sea grapes, we want to propagate them while we're here in the garden. Let me show you what I got. This is how it looks, how you can identify it. It's going to give you fruit. Looks like grape clusters, which let's just say they're grapes. They're going to be big, green, and when they turn nice and purple, then you can eat them. I'm super excited. I've wanted a piece of this for, let's just say, over 3 years now. Wonderful, wonderful find. Okay, so we're going to look for branches that are semi hardwood. We don't want it to be terribly hard, but we're going to use everything. We're going to attempt at all pieces, and this is how we're going to experiment what works the best. I have aloe for my hormone root. All I did was cut the spikes off. We're going to stick we need a knife. I got some small pots. We don't need anything bigger than this. Some loomy wet soil. It rained yesterday, so that's perfect. And this thing. Okay, I can't even get it all the way in the door. But we want to score it, and we want to take off most of the leaves. We don't want it to have to fight with keeping that alive and also create roots. Let me show you. I cut it just below a node. Right here. This is where we'll produce a root. So we cut right below it. Not a root, a leaf. So we cut right below it to make production of roots. But let's take the leaves off first. We're going to compost our leaves. We're not going to throw them out. Or you can just go throw them in the garden on the ground for cover. We save everything, we use everything, and we give everything back. I'm going to leave this top leaf off. I'm going to leave this top leaf on because I don't want to create a wound at the top. See? Let's leave that on. We want to kind of open this up just a little bit. You can kind of scrape it if you like. It's not necessary since we're working a perfect spot here. Sometimes you'll get a cutting and it's not like a perfect spot, so you want to score it. We're going to take it, and I'm going to wait on this. Let's put my dirt, start with this little black one. Put our dirt in here first. This is pretty much loomy soil. It's what we have in our backyard mostly. So this is what I work with. That way, when I want to take it out the pot and want to stick it in the ground, it's already accustomed to what it's about to live in. Okay. Nothing serious. You want to take our end. Now, if you have two ends and you chop this off, remember what end is the node. We're going to take it inside, and this is how I do it. I don't break my aloe apart. I just stick it in here. Just like that. Get it good and covered. Don't wait. Stick it right in the soil. Boom. That's it. That's all to it. That is all to it. Okay? We're going to do one more piece, but I'm going to do all of the pieces. Here's a piece that's pretty much smaller. Now you can experiment with taking all of the leaves off, some of the leaves off, cutting half of the leaf off. I see that a lot. However you like to do it. See that? Perfect. We don't have to do anything. We're just going to stick it in here, get it all good and covered, just like that. We're going to stick it in our dirt. And we're not going to go put this in the sun because it's got to basically heal itself, get its energy up, because it's used to being on a tree or bush, whatever you want to call it. So it's an independent now. We don't want the sun to stress it out. Even little pieces like this are perfect. This one is not a semi-hardwood, it's young. And sometimes I find, even though when you Google it, it'll say not to use these type of pieces, sometimes I will find that these are the first to root. And when you're done with your aloe, throw it in the compost, take it, clean your hands with it, whatever you like. There's so many different things you can do with it. I'm excited. And I'm just sticking them just straight in the soil. That's it. We're doing so good. So if you find some sea grapes or you're gifted some sea grapes, this is all you have to do. And take your time and propagate it, put it in your pot. And I think about 4 to 6 weeks, if we see signs of new growth, let it stay in that pot with the rest of the branches. Don't mess with it. Because you can tear that small little root. And then after that time, when you see it's actually flourishing and you think it needs its own pot or to be put in the ground, because this right here is eventually needing to be put in the ground, then you're just going to go ahead and do that. And when you propagate too much and you see that you're doing good, give it to a friend. Okay? All right, that's it, y'all. Bye.